Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to a brand new episode, a brand new year of the Cannon Fire Podcast Fantasy Football Draft. This is it for 2018. I'm your host, Rhett. Back with you alongside me is always Mr. Bucks Football, Evan. Evan, are you ready for this draft, my man?
Yes, I am. Hoping to get some good players. I think I won last year, so...
I don't know if that's a part of the show that I really want to spend too much time on. We do only have a little over 2 minutes until the draft starts.
Until I got 2 minutes to gloat, so...
I actually think you and I play week 1. I think you and I start the season playing each other.
So sorry, man.
Yeah, really. I know last year the first game we had was pretty one-sided, and I came out the victor. And then the second game, I think you just held me upside down, and it just wasn't a good game for my team. The second half of the season last year just really sucked, man.
I picked it up during the second half because I end up getting Carson Wentz off waivers.
Ah, man.
It says here that there's 5 things in the chat, but I only see mine. Do you see anything else?
I actually don't have the chat window that far open. I'm not looking over there right now. I'm kind of working on the stream in front of me. But I know we do have some people piling in for the stream on YouTube, and if you guys are here and haven't said anything yet, make sure you leave a thumbs up and let us know what you're doing in the chat. Already got some people in the chat telling us to make some moves. I've got the second pick, so let me...
Hey, you want to do a deal, Rhett?
What's the deal? That we don't give away any picks this year?
You want to do a deal?
What's the deal?
Well, it all depends.
Well, we got 52 seconds to figure that out.
Actually, but you're not. I mean, you could pick the guy, but
we'll see. We'll see if there's anything proposed. The cool thing about it now is that you can propose it in real time, and I'll be able to hear you. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just now joining us, you are right on time. We are 30 seconds away from the Cannon Fire Podcast 2018 Fantasy Football Draft. Now, this is a couple of Bucks pages that you may or may not know, and a couple of other people. We get together every year. This is the 3rd year in a row that we have live streamed our fantasy draft, and we're hoping to make it the best one yet. We have got a lot of options here, as Team Denisha is on the clock in 7 seconds. Let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. The fantasy draft is officially underway. Let's get it, guys.
Rhett, you want to tell everybody what pick you have?
I am actually pick number 2. You guys should be able to see it on the live stream here. This is your pick order. Number 1 with 1:15 left is Team Denisha. I am number 2 at the Cannon Fire Podcast spot. Number 3 is Optimus Grimes. Pick number 4 is King Jameis. Pick number 5 is Team Williams. Pick number 6, Bucka Mill. Pick number 7, King Quan 58. Pick number 8, our buddy Evan at Bucks Football. Number 9 is just Team. And number 10 is TB Buccaneers, rounding up our 10-man roster. I'm on the clock, so who was your number 1 pick? Because Le'Veon Bell didn't... Oh. That was your number 1 pick. Oh, wow.
You got a tough decision?
I do have a tough decision. I got a lot of guys in front of me. Obviously not going to go that far down the list. Man, I was primed to pick up Todd Gurley at that number 2 spot. I really thought Le'Veon Bell was going to be the first to go, but I guess Buddy had the same gut instinct that I did about Le'Veon Bell, which is why I'm hesitant on picking him right now. I'm stuck between 2 guys, and...
Hey, if you wanna pick Bell, then deal him. If you're not feeling good,
you know what? I'm gonna trust my gut. I'm gonna go with what I think I should do.
Don't tell me. I want to see it.
Pick is in.
There you go.
So I pick up Le'Veon Bell, my number 1 pick. Weird situation, but I don't know,
Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson. Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson off the board. They went 3 and 4. Sorry, Zeke went 3. David Johnson went 4.
Let me see if I can adjust this to where you guys can see everything going on. There you go. We got it all figured out now. What are you thinking? Because it's getting close. Pick number 5, Team Williams picks up Melvin Gordon, running back for LA. Which honestly isn't a pick that I thought was going to go up. And there it is, number 6 is Antonio Brown. That was going to be my second round. That's all right.
There's no way you were going to get him in the second round.
I honestly thought that I would. I thought this would definitely be... I don't know. I thought Odell... I can't say anything.
What?
No. I can't say anything.
You thought who?
I can't. Because if I say anything...
I heard it.
If I say anything, then it's going to give away a draft picks like I did last year, because I made the mistake of doing that last year by giving away picks. But our buddy King Kwan is on the clock, 45 seconds left at pick number 7. Hasn't made a decision yet. All right, Alvin Kamara, running back out of New Orleans. And Evan, you are on the clock, my friend. I'm sure you know that by now. But let's see what he goes with.
This is tough because there's a few options here that I really like. I'll
be quiet so you can make up your decision. I'm sure there's a lot of factors going into the decision you make right now.
All right, do you want me to announce it or you just want to see it?
You can go ahead and pick it.
The pick is in.
The pick is in, and your number 8 pick is Saquon Barkley, the rookie running back. Possibly one of the greatest, I would say, running back prospects coming into the league in a very long time. He gets picked up by our buddy Evan at pick number 8. DeAndre Hopkins, wide receiver, goes at pick number 9, and Leonard Fournette, running back for Jacksonville, goes at pick number 10. And number 11 on the clock now is TB Buccaneers wrapping up. Trey, isn't Evan Wave Bucks? It's Bucks.wave, but yeah, Bucks Football is now Bucks.wave on Instagram if you've got him over there. All right, number 12, or first pick of the second round is Odell Beckham. Right now we've got Team on the clock. Picks up Dalvin Cook, running back from Minnesota.
All right. Here I go.
You got it, bud. Number 13. Third pick of this third round. Kareem Hunt, running back out of Kansas City. Good pick up there, man. That's actually a pretty good pick.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people forgot about Kareem Hunt's second half of the season. I was thinking about him pretty much all offseason. I'm going to do a couple other drafts for a couple other fantasy leagues, and I've been thinking about him as well.
Yeah, I got about 2 more leagues I normally do.
All right, so we're on the third pick in the second round, I believe. Third or fourth?
Yeah, something like that.
And it is King Kwan.
On 4.
King Kwan, fourth pick of the second round, pick number 14. Our buddy is on the clock now. 52 seconds. So how do you feel about your pick in Kareem Hunt?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think that Kansas City is going to rely on the run a lot this year with Patrick Mahomes being basically a rookie quarterback. So excited. Keenan Allen
and Julio Jones back-to-back 14-15. That kind of blows because Julio Jones was really going to be my my second-round pick.
Still a lot of talent, though. Still a
lot of talent left on the board. Our buddy Team Williams, pick number 16, is on the clock now with a little over a minute left to go. So let's see who he picks up. I'm feeling good about Le'Veon Bell. I'm feeling a little better about it now. It's just, the reason I was feeling so uneasy about it is because it's one of those years where he's either going to do really good or he's just not. And I feel like up until this year, Le'Veon Bell has always been that guy who's the safest bet for your team because he always finds a way to produce, especially with fantasy points. But I don't know, man. Like, he basically came out on a statement and said, this is going to be the best year of my career, which leads me to believe that it's not going to be. Aaron Rodgers goes pick number 16. Pick number 17, Michael Thomas, the wide receiver out of New Orleans.
Coming up, Brett. Coming up.
Yeah, man. I'm actually debating what I think I should do.
I know what you're gonna do.
I think you know what I'm gonna do, but I don't think I know what I'm gonna do, and that's the issue here.
Wow, I know. I'm in your head.
No, it's
I
not
know
like
what you're
that.
gonna do before you do it.
It's not like that.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, I'm on the clock. Tyreek Hill, wide receiver for Kansas City, pick number 18. For the second round at pick number 19. Here we are. There is a lot of talent in front of me.
There is, and you gotta pick coming up to there too. Not too long.
There are a lot. I wouldn't say there's a lot of question marks, but there's a lot of things that I am trying to think about, and someone who I think a lot of people aren't thinking about because he hasn't been picked yet is going to be my pick at number 19. And it's going to be a gamble, but I think it'll pay off. But here we go. The pick is in.
Wow. Whoa. Is your girlfriend there?
She is not. She is not. But, I mean, if she is watching it, she will be excited. But Juju Smith-Schuster, I mean, the guy, we've seen how talented he is. He's a very, very talented player. You know, you can't sit here and say that he's not. Now, Devontae Freeman off of the board now for pick 20. On the clock now is Team Denisha, who had the number 1 pick. Wrapping up the second round here. They are on the clock.
Your team is now on the clock.
And here we are back again, which makes me feel very good about what is going to happen here.
I know exactly who you're picking.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you? Because he's never let me down. 3 years of fantasy. The pick is in at number 22.
Oh wait, no, I don't forget it.
I've drafted him every year.
Now, Tom Brady?
Why not? Why not third round? Third round, I feel like everybody's got their running back. They've got their wide receiver. Nobody's really looking at defenses yet. Nobody's really looking at anything that's... I don't know, that anything that isn't on that top stretch of the board. I think Brady's going to be a sleeper pick for a third round pick.
All right.
I
got the fact that he's the GOAT, but...
LaShawn McCoy, number 24. And Team Williams on the clock now with a little under a minute and a half to go at pick number 25. And it's going to be a while before I pick again. You've got the pick after next. But I don't pick again until pick 39. So let me sit back and keep my mouth shut and pray that what I'm hoping happens doesn't happen.
Team Williams has been taking his time with a lot of these picks.
Yeah, he has. 48 seconds left on the clock. It just jumped down to 43 out of nowhere, but 37 seconds now. And if you guys are watching right now and you're in the live chat, leave some analysis here. Talk us through what's going on in your head.
Collins.
All right, the pick is in. Team Williams.
I know
who Alex Collins.
I know who he's picking.
Christian McCaffrey.
King Kwan's up. I'm pretty confident who he's picking.
Are you? You've got him figured out, huh?
Yeah.
A little over a minute to go on the clock for King Kwan at pick number 27 in the third round. As we near the end, Evan, you know what you're going for? Because you're next, bud.
I know what I'm going for. All right. Well,
T.Y. Hilton. Wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts goes at pick number 27. Doesn't sound like what you thought was going to happen. Mike Evans.
Yes, sir.
Rob
Yes,
Gronkowski, back-to-back picks there. Now wrapping up the third round is TB Buccaneers on the clock here. Now, does he have 2 picks in a row?
Yeah, because he's last.
Gotcha.
So he'll have the first pick of each round and the last pick of the one round, then to begin the round. Yeah.
Got it. So Travis Kelce goes at pick number 30. Jerick McKinnon, running back for San Francisco, at pick number 31. Seems like he could have gotten a better option there, to be honest.
I like Jerick McKinnon, but I like a few guys ahead of him.
So team is on the clock now.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
They're here though. I honestly thought that was going to be the auto default, but this is someone making picks.
Yeah. Yeah, we only got 2 people here.
And you're on the clock now, buddy. Pick number 33.
Who just got picked there?
Doug Baldwin.
Okay.
Wide receiver out of Seattle. Drafted team round number 4. And you were going to get Jordan Howard, running back out of Chicago. Jordan Howard, definitely a guy not a lot of people talk about. I know he was a pretty big factor in the run game last year, and that's what made me pretty excited about the Bucs being able to hold him down when we played Chicago last year.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Jordan Howard, I feel like it's a real value pick. I think I was surprised that he made it this far. So
Joe Mixon, running back out of the Cincinnati Bengals, gets picked at number 34. Adam Thielen, wide receiver for Minnesota, picked at 35. And now Team Williams on the clock at number 36. Mr. Bucs Nation, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you stick around and enjoy. Good to see you.
How are you feeling about your roster so far, Rhett?
About my roster so far? I don't feel like I've made any mistakes. But
if you want to be honest, the only reach I think was probably Juju. I think he was a tad reach.
You think he was a reach for being as early as he was?
Yeah, I think so. Just because of who else was on the board. Like, I mean, you picked Juju Smith-Schuster over Mike Evans.
I will pick Juju Smith-Schuster over Mike Evans when it comes to fantasy. And not because Mike Evans isn't a good receiver by any means. I think overall he is a better receiver than Juju, but Juju has a tendency to just make these ridiculous plays, and I feel like I see them every week. And, I mean, let's just hope that carries over because he's a very talented player.
Team Williams is... He's milking this clock down.
Yeah, 17 seconds. I got to get ready for my pick. King Jameis now, pick number 37. He picks up Stephon Diggs, Team Williams there. Larry Fitzgerald is going to go at pick number 37. Optimus Grimes on the board now.
You're next. What do you got? You got an idea?
Fuck if I know, dude. I'll be honest with you. I'm going over everything in front of me, and I really don't have a solid decision of what I'm going to do, but... I think I've got it figured out. Optimus Grimes on the clock now for pick number 38.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, here we are. I'm on the clock. Oh, man, he took my damn pick.
That was your pick. Zach Ertz, I had a feeling you were going to pick him. I had a feeling.
Zach Ertz was my pick, and he took him out of my hands. Now I'm on the clock, and I really don't know what I'm going to do here.
Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen's there.
Greg Olsen's an option, but let me see what we got really quick. I got some time here.
I honestly thought when you said you picked him every year, when you picked Brady, I thought you were going to pick Gronkowski.
I have gotten Gronk every year as well. This is actually the first year I didn't get Gronk.
Telling you, bro, you could have gotten both.
Let me get Dez.
Did Dez Bryant? Go ahead.
No. No.
Go ahead. Take that. That's a real risk, ain't it? You want to talk about taking a risk? You're not even on a roster.
All right, so let me get some professional advice from you really quick. Okay. I've got 2 picks in mind for tight end. I've got Kyle Rudolph and I've got Greg Olsen.
Oh.
I think Kyle Rudolph fits into a better system there.
But I think Greg Olsen would get more targets because Cam Newton doesn't have as many wide receiver targets as the Vikings do.
Yeah. All right, you talked me into it. Greg Olson
tough.
is my pick at number
There you go.
39. And before we jump back into the draft, Mr. Bucks Nation said, would you guys be interested in joining a league I'm doing for fantasy? Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. You can, if you want to, send me a message on Instagram, either me or Evan. I'm sure you have us both on there, and we'll get something figured out. But definitely be interested, man. On the clock now, Jarvis Landry was the pick at number 40, and I think that's another guy who's going to ball out this year. But Team Denisha on the clock for on the clock to wrap up round 4 at pick
You're
number
next.
41.
Your team is
And then
now
I
on
am
the
next.
clock.
Here we go.
There you go.
Round 5. Still looking at all around talent.
Decisions.
Right? I wish I could see my team needs.
Well, you can see who's already on your roster.
Yeah.
$38 seconds. $20 seconds. Came down to the wire.
It really did.
That's
It really did.
shock, honestly. I didn't expect you to go defense.
I wasn't expecting to go defense. I really wasn't thinking of going defense, and now that there is such a long gap between my picks, I wish I didn't. But you got to do what you got to do, and I think in the moment I got a pretty okay deal. I think Jacksonville is going to produce.
Kenyon Drake, King Jameis.
Deshaun Watson went, pick number 43. Pick number 44 is Kenyon Drake. Sorry I haven't really said anything. Team Williams is on the clock. I'm just looking over my team here, trying to fill some holes.
I got a good idea what I'm going to do if everything works out. So it looks like believe Jimmy Graham and Rashad Penny just went 45 and 46.
Yep,
Pink
you got
Quan's
it.
on the clock now.
All right, so I am 10 picks away, 11, and you're on the clock, buddy.
All right. You know, I'm picking a guy who a lot of people might say is a bit of a risk, but I think this guy's got it figured out. Finally got it figured out.
Pick number 48 in round 5, our buddy Bucks football. Josh Gordon, wide receiver out of Cleveland, and that's actually someone I was thinking about. I'm not going to talk about what I'm going for, or who I'm going for, but I do have a position and a player in mind. And there goes my pick, Amari Cooper at number 50.
Figures, right?
Yeah, really. So I do have a general idea of what I'm going to be picking up. I really just need to look. But Mark Ingram is going to go, and that's a deal. But you're picking up a guy who's going to be missing. Is it the first 3 games?
Yeah, I believe so.
You're picking up a guy who's going to be missing the first 3 games in round 5. I think you could have gotten a better pick for that, but ultimately it probably will end up paying off. Team on the clock with pick number 52.
You went with Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, running back out of Tennessee. Here you go, bud. Pick number 53. And
I have an idea what I want to do. Just not sure who to pick, but I know the position that I want. You know what? Yep. This is a pure depth pick.
Pure depth pick at number 53. Our buddy Bucks football. Lamar Miller, running back out of Houston. Surprised me a little bit.
He can sit on my bench. He can come in when my guys have bye weeks, and I think he can produce in the offense with Deshaun Watson. So
okay, sounds good. Sounds reasonable. And now our friend King Quan on the clock with a little over a minute left to go at pick number 54. Lamar Miller, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just feel good. I think that he can. I mean, I wouldn't put him as my starter, but I think that he can, once or twice, 3 times a season, I think he can come in and he can get the job done for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, really with me, running backs, I like running backs who put up at least 12 fantasy points. I need him to put up at least 12. So, I mean, if I put him in for a bye week, he gets me 10, 11, all right, I'm fine with that. And I put him down put him down on my bench again.
Bucks Videos, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you stick around and enjoy. And if you don't, thanks for stopping by anyways.
King Quan picked Michael Crabtree.
Michael Crabtree, wide receiver out of Baltimore.
You're actually coming up. Do you have any ideas?
I have a perfect idea of how it's going to go in my head, but if I say anything about it, it's not going to happen. But Buckamille at pick number 55 is on the clock. After that, Team Williams with pick number 56, kicking off round 6. Pick number 57 is King Jameis, 58 is Optimus Grimes, and then I am at 59. And then I've got another pick 4 spots later at pick number 62. So we're going to see 3 spots later, excuse me. So we're going to see what happens. Buckamille here. Haven't paid too much attention to what his team looks like, but he's definitely making us wait.
Honestly, the only 2 teams that I know are mine and yours. I haven't really been paying attention to.
We'll do a little, after the draft is over, we'll go back and do a quick overview, maybe get some season predictions in there about what's going to happen. But 16 seconds on the clock for Buckamille, still has not made a pick. Carson Wentz, quarterback out of Philadelphia. I'm amazed he actually hasn't gone already.
A lot of people are scared because of the injury.
You think so? I think he's going to be a bounce-back player.
I think so too, but I just don't know. A lot of people are questioning whether he can get that same magic.
Makes sense. On the clock now with a little over a minute to go is Team Williams, pick number 56. And he is going to pick up Marvin Jones, wide receiver out of Detroit. And just like that, Delaney Walker, tight end, is off of the board. And pick number 58, Optimus Grimes here on the clock with a little under a minute and a half.
Your team is now on the clock.
Here we go. So we are going to we're going to follow the algorithm and pray that what I want to happen is going to happen. But here is my first pick in the 2-step plan.
There you go.
Alshon Jeffrey.
I'm not really sure. I think I have an idea what you're going for. Maybe.
I think you have an idea, but I don't know if you know the individual. But we're going to see if he's there.
There's 3 possibilities.
We're going to see if that individual is there.
Like I said, I think there's 3 possibilities for you.
I think there's one person in front, or 2 people in front of me. And I think they might be thinking of doing the same thing that I'm doing.
It's Team Denisha, both of them.
Yeah. Let me hold my breath here. Pick number 60, 45 seconds on the clock. Team Denisha making us wait.
It's probably killing you.
It really is, man, because I got to sit here and do this again. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to pick, so I'm not stressing it. Or I normally wouldn't be stressing
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch goes, and that really opens up the holes for, or that really opens up what I think is going to play out in my favor. Marshawn Lynch was on my team, I think, last year, and he really didn't do too well. I don't know.
It's a questionable pick.
I think he's at the age I really just don't see him getting better. I mean, he'll probably have a better year than last year, but I don't see him breaking any fantasy records or anything like that. All right. Here we go. The pick is in, 5 seconds in. It's going to be a 1-2 punch, and this is a chance I am willing to take, but because I got the best running back in the game, let me pick up my boy Rojo.
Oh, boy. There we go.
I'm excited to see what he can do. I really am, and I'm glad that worked out. I pick up Ronald Jones. I pick up Alshon Jeffrey, who was another wide receiver. Now I just need to find my flex player and my kicker. But we are a couple of picks away. King Jameis on the clock now. The Eagles' defense is going to go. Cam Newton's going to go. Back-to-back picks there. Team Williams on the clock now for pick number 65.
I got a plan, but I don't know if it's going to work.
You got a couple of picks to figure it out.
Well, that's the thing. I'm worried about it.
But I'm glad because I'm not glad that you're worried about it. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. But I'm going back to what happened earlier. I'm glad that my pick worked out because that's the first plan that's really come to fruition for me this entire draft. Because everything that I've been planning has just blown up in my face about a minute before it's supposed to happen. So I've had to make all of these very quick gut check decisions, and it stresses me out. Team Williams making us wait again. Pick number 65. 30 seconds left to go here on the clock for them. And Brandon Cooks, wide receiver out of L.A. That's another guy I can definitely see balling out this year. Minnesota Vikings defense is going to go at pick number 66. King Quan on the clock now at pick number 67. And you're next, buddy. Drew Brees, quarterback for New Orleans, is going to go at pick number 67. And Evan, you're on the clock.
Got a few options. This is interesting. So I can go a few different ways here.
Oh, of course. Again, guys, if you're just joining us now, Evan is on the clock with 45 seconds left to go. And this is the 2018 Cannon Fire Podcast Fantasy Draft live stream. We've done one last year and the year before. Hoping to make this one the best one yet. And it's been pretty action-packed so far. And with pick number 68, the Houston Texans defense is going to go to our buddy Bucks football. Pick number 69, Dion Lewis, running back for the Tennessee Titans, former Patriot. It's going to go at pick number 69. Now, the TB Buccaneers is going to have back-to-back picks here at 70 and 71. He is on the clock. Now, the Texans' defense is nothing to shake your head at, but every time I drafted them, J.J. Watt got hurt. So it would just...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm praying for you, bud. That's why I kind of stayed away from him this year.
I have a feeling that J.J. Watt, I mean, can't really rely on him to play all 16, but when he plays, he the impact he has.
Kirk Cousins is going to go at pick number 70, the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Sony Michel, rookie running back out of Georgia.
Georgia, there you go.
Yeah, rookie running back out of Georgia goes at number 71. Now on the clock is team with pick number 72. They've got a little over a minute to go here before their pick. I'm feeling good about this team so far. I've got one more question mark. I've got one more question mark that I've really got to figure out, but I really think I'll end up okay in the long run. I've got my eye on the guy now. 2 for my pick. You're on the clock here for pick number 73. And in case you guys missed it, Demaryius Thomas went at pick number 72. Pick is in for Evan. He picks up Matt Stafford, quarterback for Detroit. Is he your quarterback?
Yes.
All right.
I'm confident in him.
Are you? It's not a contract year for him. He just got paid, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's the type of guy who'll ball out contract year, but I don't know. Almost 30 touchdowns last year, though. Pick number 74 is the L.A. Chargers defense. And now pick number 75, Buckamill is on the clock with 53 seconds left. So we are in round 8, approaching round 9. Getting into the later picks here, guys. We're almost done. Buckamill, another one of those guys who likes to make us wait, though. With the 75th pick, Buckamill is going to pick up Marquise Goodwin. 76th pick is Will Lutz. 77th pick, King Jameis picks up Steven Gostkowski for his kicker. So back-to-back picks, and here we are. Robert Wood's the last one to go. I am on the clock now, so let's make this decision. So this is a guy I'm looking to bring in to be my flex player and somebody who I think is going to get targets, plain and simple, and that's it's going to be Chris Hogan. Pick number 79, and now Team Denisha on the clock with pick number 80. So Team Denisha has 2 picks in a row, and then I am back. Let's see what Team Denisha does here with pick number 81, because I have got my pick set in stone to kick off round 9. Here we are. Cameron Brake goes at pick number 81. That's not a bad pick at all. But here we go. I am in the market for a kicker. Last hole I got to fill. And Roberto Aguayo. I actually did draft Roberto a little while ago, which makes me very ashamed because I think he got cut before fantasy season even started.
It did.
But I'm going to pick up a guy who's been on my team every single year and who has never let me down and has actually won me a couple of games, and you know who it is.
He's won me a championship before.
That's going to be the Tuck. Justin Tucker is my pick at number 82. Number 83 is Greg Zuerlein, kicker for the LA Rams. King Jameis picks up the Baltimore Ravens defense, and now Team Williams is on the clock at pick number 85. I mean, you're a couple picks away. What are you looking for? Kickers?
Right now I'm looking for. I mean, I have a few. I have a few kickers on my eye that I really like. So, but right now I'm looking at a lot of different things.
TB Buccaneers is asking what's with the kicker so early. Well, I don't know. Good question. I just wanted to secure my kicker because the Tuck he's my guy. Pick number 85 is going to be the Saints defense. Going to Team Williams, and now Buckamill on the clock again. We said before, this is a guy who likes to make us wait. .38 seconds left on the clock for Buckamill. Team Denisha said this league must be filled with true Bucs fans because they know how important a kicker can be. He's not wrong. Now, I guess that'd be my biggest excuse to drafting a kicker this stage in the game, but come on, dude, it's Justin Tucker.
You're getting a lot of hate.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. People are getting some hate for drafting kickers this early. 6 seconds left on the clock for Buckamill. He's going to have to get that pick in, and I don't think he will. Auto pick is going to be Carlos Hyde, running back out of Cleveland. And now King Kwan. Pick number 87 is on the clock with a minute and a half to go. Yeah, I don't know what the hate with a kicker is. You're pretty much pulling guys for your bench. Why not fill the holes you need? Buckamill still does not have a tight end. As I'm looking over his game notes here, and now you are on the clock, bud. Golden Tate, wide receiver out of Detroit. That's someone I really didn't think was going to go all the way down. Marlon Mack at pick number 89, and Allen Robinson, AR-15 for Chicago, going at pick number 90 to TB Buccaneers, who has pick number 91 and is on the clock right now. He's going to pick up the Broncos defense. Pierre Garçon, wide receiver for San Francisco, is going to go at pick number 92 to team. And Evan, Mr. Bucks Football, you are on the clock.
Oh, man, this is a tough one.
I see you've got 2 holes to fill.
Yeah, I'm going to fill one of them right here, and I'm going to fill it in a big way.
O.J. Howard is going to be the pick at number 93. You got to have at least one Buck on your team every year. I mean, I feel like that's just the rule. You've got 2 now, and that's O.J. Howard, the big breakout tight end, and that's another sleeper pick. I don't think a lot of people are thinking of him this late in the game, but that's a guy who's really going to put some numbers up this year, especially if they can get him in the end zone. So a big need there. You filled it in a great way. Like we said, O.J. Howard, King Kwan on the clock now with a little under a minute to go at pick number 94. And I don't know if you noticed this, but on the recently drafted players, it's got a headshot of O.J. Howard, but behind every Bucs player, it's still the old Bucs logo.
Yeah, I see that.
We changed our logo almost 5 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's the same logo, but at least it wasn't like the Browns. We didn't just change our color. Jordan Reed is going to go at pick number 94, and pick number 95, Buckamill is going to select David Njoku. Forgive me if I butchered that last name. but he is a tight end for the Cleveland Browns. Team Williams on the clock now with pick number 96, a little over a minute left to go. How you feeling about your team overall as we approach the later rounds?
I think I'm good. I think I got a lot of depth.
Yeah?
Got a few more things in the works. I'm not really going to say what they are, but a few more things possibly behind the scenes that could possibly be in the works.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm working on that now.
Royce Freeman, running back for Denver, who is really someone I wasn't expecting, goes. And pick number 98 is Corey Davis. And now pick number 99, I am on the clock. And, guys, if I can just be straight up honest with you right here, all of my holes are filled. That sounded a little weird. I'm really just picking up guys for depth here. But let's see what we can go with. And I think I have a general idea. But we will see. All right, the pick is in. With 30 seconds left, I'm going to add some quarterback depth. Give me some Big Ben.
There you go. So you got Le'Veon Bell and Big Ben.
Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben, and Juju Smith. Don't have the killer bees, but we do have Juju, so it's like some duct tape.
I got an eye on who I wanna target next.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, Julian Edelman. That's a good pick, too. That's another guy I was eyeing up. Now, is he facing suspension next year? Because I know he's got some sort of consequence on him.
He is a suspension.
So it is going to be a suspension. Now, let me see what I've got here. It's got a quarterback depth. We've got our running back depth, more or less. Round 11, pick 102. I've got 25 seconds here. Let me pick this guy up here. I think he'll do okay.
All right. I was a big fan of Sammy Watkins coming out of the draft. I actually wanted the Bucs to trade up for him, but thankfully they didn't. They stayed put and picked Mike Evans.
Oh, yeah, and we've seen some great things out of Mike Evans, as you guys may or may not know.
And
I mean, if you don't know.
You haven't seen nearly as much from Sammy Watkins as you have. And Sammy Watkins was picked, I believe, he was 4th overall in that draft. So Mike Evans was 7th. Sammy Watkins was 4. So I think Mike Evans is definitely a better player.
Gotcha.
Sammy Watkins is also on his 3rd team already. Just can't seem to find a home.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I think Kansas City, he is a solid player. I mean, we see what happens. I've heard that Patrick Mahomes has really had a rough start to his season.
That's why they're going to run the ball more, and they're going to hand off to my guy Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. I mean, Kareem Hunt, we've seen him do things. He turned the whole fantasy head. He turned the whole fantasy scene on its head last year, beginning of the season, and it was so funny because nobody drafted him.
Yeah, that was like a 40-point night for fantasy owners.
Emmanuel Sanders is the pick at 104. Team Williams on the clock with 10 seconds left here. Don't know if they're going to make the pick. 5 seconds left now for Team Williams. And we are not going to see it. The automatic pick is Isaiah Crowell, running back for the New York Jets. Now Buckamill back on the clock. He makes his pick. That's going to be Jake Elliott, kicker for the Eagles. Randall Cobb, wide receiver, is going to go at pick 107. Matt Bryant, kicker for the Atlanta Falcons, is going to be your pick. Kerryon Johnson, running back for the Detroit Lions, is going to be the pick at 109. Back-to-back-to-back picks here as we keep rolling along. TB Buccaneers on the clock with a little over a minute to go. Pick 110. We are in round 12.
Getting down there.
Really are. Duke Johnson, running back out of Cleveland, is the pick for TB Buccaneers, who has another pick right now. Chris Boswell, kicker for Pittsburgh, is going to be the pick at 111. Team on the clock here with pick 112. Jameis Winston, quarterback for Tampa Bay, going to be the pick at 112. Jameis. Evan, you are on the clock, my friend.
All right. Well, I'm going to go along with the theme of picking backup quarterback. And I am going to go with
Matt Ryan. That's actually a pretty solid pick, too, for being as late as it is. On the clock now with pick number 114, King Quan, with a little over a minute to go. I guess I'd better start looking at my team and what I want to do, because I got a couple picks away. Back-to-back kits here. Back-to-back picks here as Harrison Butker goes. Harrison Butker.
Your team is now on the clock.
Ryan Anderson, Will Fuller. And I am on the clock now here. These later rounds, it gets tough because you really don't have a huge idea of what you're gunning for. You know what I mean? It's harder to plug holes and think about what you need certain guys for.
Yep.
Now, this is a purely depth pick. This is a guy who's actually been on my team a couple years in a row, too. It's going to be Tyler Eifert. Tight end for Cincinnati. Now, pick 120, Team Denisha on the clock with a little under a minute and a half to go. Minute and a half, excuse me. I'm starting to stumble over my words. I must be getting tired at this point.
Your team is now on the clock.
We're back on the clock here. Last pick was Jordy Nelson, wide receiver for Oakland. Forgot he plays in Oakland now. We're going to be looking at more depth here. Sorry I'm making you wait for it. I've really just got kind of a weird position.
You're good.
I guess we'll take a chance on the kid here. No, we won't.
What kid?
Nothing. We're going to pick up C.J. Anderson with 2 seconds left. I was going to go Nick Chubb.
Okay. You were going to have Ronald and Nick Chubb on the same team?
Yeah, that's what I'd really thought about here. So C.J. Anderson, the safer pick, I think. They're going to give him some work in Carolina. Peyton Barber is going to go at pick 123. Rex Burkhead at 124. And Trey Burton, tight end for Chicago, going to go at 125. Devontae Parker is going to go at pick number 126. Has he already been picked?
Who?
Devontae Parker.
Just got picked.
I feel like I've seen his picture before. Like, I feel like that's not the first time I've seen his picture tonight.
Huh.
King Quan is on the clock now with a minute left. He picks up Andrew Luck, and that's someone I was someone I was thinking about for my quarterback depth pick, but I think he'll ball out, but I don't know, man. It's been a while. Now our buddy Evan, Mr. Bucks Football, on the clock here with a little over a minute left to go. And if you guys are just joining us, we are in the later rounds, coming up on round 13. Or coming up on round 14, excuse me. That pick is going to be Jamison Crowder, wide receiver for the Redskins. 129, Jamal Williams, running back for the Green Bay Packers. Cooper Kupp, wide receiver, going to be pick 130. And now TB Buccaneers has the pick. Again, he's going to kick off round 14 with James White, running back for New England Patriots. Now this is the action-packed part of things. People are making picks fast. The Lions defense is going to go right there, picked 132. And Bucks Football, you are on the clock once again.
All right, let's see what we got here. Actually tough.
$40 seconds on the clock for Mr. Bucks Football. At pick 133. You're looking for something, it sounds like it.
I'm waiting on something, if you want me honest.
Okay, George Kittle, tight end for San Francisco, is going to be the pick at 133. King Quan on the clock with pick 134. As we prepare to enter round 14, we get closer and closer to the end of the draft. Buckamill on the clock. He's going to pick up Dez Bryant, Deshaun Jackson, and Dez Bryant back-to-back picks there. Team Williams on the clock. He's going to pick up Sterling Shepard. Say again?
Somebody actually picked Dez Bryant?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, he's gonna get signed, but
Kelvin Benjamin is going to be your pick at 137, and the Patriots defense going to be pick number 138. Now, seeing another defense being picked makes me feel okay. I got a lot of really good defenses in front of me. My pick is going to be a defense. And that defense is going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why not?
All right.
For a depth pick, for a team that I'm really only going to play Week 9, why not?
Week 9 is going to be versus the Panthers.
I think they'll be all right. It's a depth pick. Robbie Gold, kicker for San Francisco, is going to go at pick number 140. Now, Team Denisha on the clock with the second pick in a row at pick number 141. And then I am up to kick off round 15 at pick 142. So let me look at what I need here. So this will be my last pick of the draft. This will be Team Denisha's last pick of the draft as well.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, here we are. This is purely a depth pick. I'll be honest with you guys, I am not looking for anything in particular. You know what? For purely a depth pick, he's not an untalented player. And my final pick of the 2018 Cannon Fire Podcast Fantasy Football Draft is going to be Kenny Stills at pick number 142. And that's a wrap for me.
Breaking news, there's been a trade.
What is the trade that we've got?
It is between me and King Kwan. I am sending Matt Ryan along with a few. See, this is the good thing when you're doing it like with friends. I'm doing a story shout out for his page. Oh, by the way, I just picked LeGarrette Blount.
LeGarrette Blount, your final pick. I was thinking about it, but I don't know, man. Chandler
So
Catanzaro.
we have Matt Ryan. A story shout out and a shout out on this podcast. I'll do it next episode because it wouldn't really be worth it now to do it. But if you want shout out King Kwan, then I'll do it next episode as well for Drew Brees.
Okay, I can get behind that.
The story behind it was Drew Brees was my guy, and King Kwan was right in front of me.
So Drew Brees was going to be your pick.
He was going to be my pick, and I ended up picking Stafford instead. So, actually, I believe I ended up picking the Texans defense instead. But, anyways,
I think it ends up working out though because you do get Drew Brees. He is Drew Brees.
So I end up. King Kwan gets a solid quarterback, Matt Ryan, and he gets Andrew Luck as his backup. That's good.
Yeah, we'll say so. But a good draft, guys. That is it for the draft. Now let's go over everything we've got in front of us here. We'll break everything down, catch you guys up on what you may have missed. But the draft is done for this year. And best of luck to anybody who is on the anyone who is on the fantasy league we are as well. Let me catch my words here. Sorry about that. All right. So here we go. We're going to go by team, break this down. So starting with Bucks football, we're going pick by pick. We're going to look at the strategy that this guy used, and we're going to try and break it down best we can. So here we go. So Bucs football, pick by pick. His first round pick is Saquon Barkley, rookie running back for New York. Second round pick at pick number 13 is Kareem Hunt, running back for Kansas City. That's a guy we've seen put up points before. Round number 3 picks up Mike Evans at the wide receiver spot. Round number 4 picks up Jordan Howard, running back out of Chicago. Round number 5, Mr. Bucs football picks up Josh Gordon, wide receiver for Cleveland. What have we got now? Sorry, something popped up on me. Round number 6, he picks up Lamar Miller, running back out of Houston. And keeping up the habit with the Houston picks, round 7, pick number 68 is the Texans defense. Big J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney. Some guys will do some damage. Round 8, quarterback pick is Matthew Stafford. Round number 9 is Golden Tate, wide receiver out of Detroit. Round 10, a pick that really caught me off guard, but a pick that I was really able to appreciate because it was a great pick. O.J. Howard at the tight end position, someone who's going to do some damage on the offensive side of the ball. Round 11, we're getting into it now. The kicker out of Atlanta, Matt Bryant. Really wish we would have never gotten rid of him as a Buck because he'd probably still be out there winning games for us today.
He would.
Round number 12, a depth pick and someone who isn't on the team anymore, Matt Ryan, quarterback out of Atlanta. We'll catch you up on that at the end of his picks here. Round 13, Jamison Crowder, Washington wide receiver. Round 14, George Kittle, tight end out of San Francisco. And round 15, your final pick, LeGarrette Blount, running back out of Detroit. Now, just in case you guys missed it, let's go over the trade here. Evan, talk us through it.
Yes, so it is between me, Bucs Football, and King Quan 58. King Quan 58 on Instagram. Shout out to him. If you guys aren't following him already, I mean, like I said, I'm going to do him a shout out on this one, do him a shout out on the next show as well. And then got a story shout out coming his way for 24 hours. I'll do that like right after when we're done here. And then I am also sending quarterback Matt Ryan to him. So story shout out, podcast shout out, quarterback Matt Ryan to King Quan for quarterback Drew Brees.
All right. So let's break it down now. We got my team next. We're going to go round by round. My first round pick at pick number 2, Pittsburgh running back Le'Veon Bell, someone who's really got a make or break year ahead of him, and I'm a little nervous. But round number 2, kept at Pittsburgh, picked up Juju Smith-Schuster at the wide receiver spot. Round number 3, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady at my quarterback position. A little early for a quarterback from what I heard, but I'm not worried about it. Round number 4, get Greg Olsen at tight end. Round number 5, pick number 42, get the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Probably the best defense in the league. Round number 6, pick number 59, get wide receiver out of Philadelphia, Alshon Jeffrey. Round number 7, pick up a running back, and that's Ronald Jones to complement Le'Veon Bell, rookie running back out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Round number 8, pick up Chris Hogan for New England. I've got my quota for New England players this year. I know that was a big thing last year and the year before. Round number 9, pick 82, the greatest kicker in the league, Justin Tucker out of Baltimore. And for depth at the quarterback position in round 10, it's Pittsburgh quarterback Big Ben Roethlisberger. Round 11, pick 102, Sammy Watkins, wide receiver for Kansas City. Round 12, pick 119, Tyler Eifert, tight end out of Cincinnati. And round 13, pick 122, is C.J. Anderson, running back for Carolina. Round 14, pick 139, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And round 15, pick 142, my final pick of the draft, Miami wide receiver Kenny Stills. I think this is honestly probably one of the more solid teams I've had. I think my weakest point is my wide receiving core. And that's because I think Juju is just such a question mark. You know, last year I was able to get Julio Jones. The year before that, I was able to get Antonio Brown. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think the weakness is definitely the wide receivers. And if I had to pick mine, I'd probably say Probably either the defense or the wide receivers. Because like I said, there was a few defenses I had my eye on, and they got picked a little bit before me. So
I got you. So let's break this down. Buckamill now. Our third team out of 10. His first round pick was Antonio Brown. Second round was Julio Jones. And what a draft for him. We just talked about that. But Antonio Brown and Julio Jones, you've pretty much got the best wide receiving core out of anybody else in the league at that point. We're going to see how that Madden curse does with Antonio Brown, but we'll see. Third round, pick 26 is going to be Christian McCaffrey, running back out of Carolina. Round 4, Adam Thielen, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Round 5, Rashad Penny, the rookie out of Seattle, running back. Round 6, pick number 55, Carson Wentz, the Philly quarterback, coming off of that injury. Round 7, pick 66 is the Minnesota Vikings defense. Round 8, pick 75 is Marquise Goodwin, San Francisco wide receiver. And round 9, pick 86, Cleveland running back Carlos Hyde. Round 10, pick 95, staying with Cleveland, is the tight end David Njoku. And like I said before, sorry if I butchered that last name. Round 11, pick 106, it's going to be the kicker out of Philly, Jake Elliott. Round 12, Harrison Butker, another kicker for Kansas City. Round 13, Devontae Parker, wide receiver out of Miami. Round 14, the unemployed Dez Bryant. And round 15, running back out of Denver, Devontae Booker. Moving on to Team Williams. First round pick, Melvin Gordon, running back out of LA. Round 2, Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Round 3, Alex Collins, running back out of Baltimore. Round 4, Stephon Diggs, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Round 5, Jimmy Graham, Green Bay tight end. Round 6, Marvin Jones, the Detroit wide receiver. Round 7, one of the fastest guys in football right now, Brandon Cooks, wide receiver for the LA Rams, and that's a guy who I think is going to ball out this year as well. Round 8 for Team Williams is going to be Will Lutz, the kicker out of New Orleans. Round 9 is going to be the New Orleans defense. Round 10 is Devin Funchess. Round 11, Isaiah Crowell. Round 12, wide receiver Robbie Anderson for the Jets. Round 13, Trey Burton. Round 14, Sterling Shepard, wide receiver for New York. And round 15, rookie running back for Cleveland, Nick Chubb. Moving on to team here. Round 1, DeAndre Hopkins, arguably one of the best wide receivers in the league. Somewhat underrated. Round 2 picks up Dalvin Cook. Second-year running back coming off of an injury last year, but that's a guy who I'm hoping does pretty well this year. Round 3, he took my Patriots quota, but Rob Gronkowski at tight end. Round 4, Doug Baldwin at wide receiver. Round 5, Russell Wilson at quarterback. Round 6, Derrick Henry at running back out of Tennessee. And round 7, he gets both of the Tennessee running backs, Dion Lewis. Round 8, Demaryius Thomas. Round 9, Marlon Mack. Round 10, Pierre Garçon out of San Francisco. Round 11, Kerryon Johnson, running back out of Detroit. Round 12, our very own Jameis Winston, quarterback for the Buccaneers. Round 13, Jamal Williams. Round 14, Detroit Lions defense. And round 15, Chandler Catanzaro, kicker for the Bucs.
Hey, Rhett.
Yes,
Rhett,
sir.
just let you know. Try to speed it up a little bit. We got the clock.
Yeah, we got 4:45. Here we go. TV Buccaneers. He had a good draft as well. Round 1, Leonard Fournette. Round 2, Odell Beckham. Round 3, Travis Kelce. Round 4, Jerick McKinnon. Round 5, Amari Cooper. Round 6, Mark Ingram. Round 7, Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. Round 8, Sony Michel, the rookie running back there out of Georgia. Round 9, Allen Robinson for Chicago. Round 10, the Denver Broncos defense. Round 11, Duke Johnson, running back for Cleveland. Round 12, Chris Boswell at the kicker position. Round 13, Cooper Kupp. Round 14, James White. And round 15, Jared Goff. King Quan 58, who got his shout out here once again. Follow him on Instagram at King Quan 58. Round 1, New Orleans running back Alvin Kamara. Round 2, Keenan Allen. Round 3, T.Y. Hilton. Round 4, Joe Mixon. Round 5, Evan Ingram. Round 6, Michael Crabtree. Round 7, Drew Brees, who is now on our buddy Evan's team. He was traded for Matt Ryan. Round 8, the LA Chargers defense. Round 9, Chris Thompson. Round 10, Jordan Reed, the tight end out of Washington. Round 11, Randall Cobb, the wide receiver out of Green Bay. Round 12, Matt Prater, the kicker out of Detroit. Round 13, Andrew Luck, the biggest gamble of the year that I would say, quarterback of Indianapolis. Round 14, Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver out of Tampa Bay. And round 15, running back out of Detroit, Theo Riddick. Optimus Grinds. Round 1, pick number 3, Ezekiel Elliott, running back out of Dallas. Round 2, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver out of Kansas City. Round 3, number 23, A.J. Green, wide receiver out of Cincinnati. He's a quick guy. Round 4, pick number 38, Zach Ertz, tight end out of Philadelphia. Round 5, Deshaun Jackson, quarterback out of Houston, posed to make a big comeback here.
Did you? Yeah,
Deshaun Watson, I'm sorry.
Jackson, quarterback. Wow.
Round 6, pick 58, Tevin Coleman, running back for Atlanta. Round 7, Philadelphia Eagles defense. Round 8, Robert Woods. Round 9, Greg Zuerlein. Round 10, let me turn this ad off really quick. Wow. All right, here we go. Greg Zuerlein, kicker for LA. Wide receiver, Corey Davis. Round 11, Jack Doyle. Round 12, Will Fuller. Round 13, Peyton Barber. Round 14, the New England defense. And round 15, Dan Bailey. Rushing these.
2 minutes. Let's see.
I got it. Todd Gurley, round 1, pick number 1, Todd Gurley, the running back out of LA. My surefire pick at number 2, but that did not happen. Round 2 is going to be running back out of Atlanta, Devontae Freeman. Round 3, Devontae Adams, wide receiver out of Green Bay. Round 4, Jarvis Landry, wide receiver out of Cleveland. Round 5, Jay Ajayi, running back out of Philadelphia. Round 6, Marshawn Lynch, running back out of Oakland. Round 7, the LA Rams defense. Round 8, Phillip Rivers, Chargers quarterback. Round 9, Cameron Brate, tight end out of Tampa Bay. Round 10, pick number 100, Kyle Rudolph, tight end out of Minnesota. Round 11, Julian Edelman, wide receiver out of New England, Jesus Christ. Round 12, Jimmy Garoppolo, quarterback out of San Francisco, Jimmy G. Round 13, Jordy Nelson, the new Oakland Raider, wide receiver. Round 14, Robbie Gould, kicker for San Francisco. And round 15, Marquise Lee, wide receiver out of Jacksonville. Here we go. King Jameis. First round pick, David Johnson, running back for Arizona. Michael Thomas is going to be his round 2 pick. Round 3 is LaShawn Shady McCoy. Round 4, wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald. Round 5, Kenyon Drake. Round 6, Delaney Walker, tight end for Tennessee. Round 7, Cam Newton, Carolina quarterback. Round 8, Steven Gostkowski, kicker for New England. Round 9, Baltimore Ravens defense. He's going to draft round number 10, Royce Freeman, the running back for Denver. Round 11, Emmanuel Sanders, wide receiver for Denver. Round 12, Tariq Cohen, running back for Chicago. Round 13, he's going to get Rex Burkhead, running back for New England. Round 14, he picks up Kelvin Benjamin, Buffalo wide receiver. And round 15, final pick of the draft, he is going to get Charles Clay out of Buffalo. That tight end depth right there. And with 20 seconds to spare, I got him all. I rushed it a little bit.
There you go. You're all right though.
But I got it.
And, well, I just wanted to let you know because I figured at the pace you were going, I wasn't sure. So.
Right.
I wasn't sure if you saw the clock there or not.
It freaked me out too, man, because I actually didn't know if I was going to make it or not.
Well, I mean, hey, what are your overall thoughts on your team?
Honestly, I feel really good about my team this year. I think we can do a lot of great things. I think it's going to be a very, very, very productive team this year. I really do.
Now I got to set my first line. Well, first, I am facing you week 1.
Yeah, man, you got to get ready for that business.
I have to do this deal though with Quan. I have to send it out so he can accept it.
Right. Well, I tell you what, man. That is just about going to do it for this year's fantasy draft here on the Cannon Fire podcast. And it has been a good draft. It really has. I've had a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun doing this every year, but man, I'm excited for football season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whenever you see the fantasy drafts come up, that means it's near.
So, guys, if you haven't already, get your teams ready. And if you want to look back on this as a reference guide and really think about what you can do, totally do it, man. There are so many great strategies out there for drafting fantasy. I didn't have a strategy, so you don't have to have one. But regardless, I hope you guys have a good year in fantasy this year. So if you stuck by, or if you stuck around and watched any of the stream, thank you so much. I'm kind of bumbling over my words here at the tail end. I'm just trying to figure everything out. But if you stuck around and watched the stream, thank you guys so much. If you left a thumbs up, thank you so much. And if you haven't already, make sure you follow the page on Instagram at Cannon Fire Podcast. And just an update for anyone who doesn't know, our buddy Mr. Bucks Football is still going to be Mr. Bucks Football because that's what you know him as. But Bucks Football on Instagram is now Bucks Wave, the official Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan page of Wave TV. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right. So if you guys haven't checked that out already, you can follow him on Instagram at Bucks Wave. I don't know if you updated your Twitter.
Yeah, I just recently, actually.
Okay. But thank you guys so much for sticking around and checking things out. You can check out our partners at Pewter Report, some of the best Bucks coverage in the game at pewterreport.com. They are on social media as well. And make sure you check out our sponsors, Cool Towel, at cooltowel.com. It is August. It is hot. And if you're going to any of these early season Bucks games, you're going to need one. They're reusable. They're cold. Evan, have you used yours?
Actually, me personally, I have not. I have one. I gave 2 to my dad because he works out like the heat and stuff. So he actually works at a golf course. And he said that they've been working great. It's hot, you know. He's going around working, and I just see, you know, I came home one day and he was painting our porch, and it was a hot day, and he had a cool towel around his neck.
Awesome, man. Make sure you check them out at cooltowel.com. They're going to help you out this tail end of summer. But that's just about going to do it for this year's fantasy draft here on the Cannon Fire Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. For Evan, I am Rhett. We will catch you guys next time.